I'm Craig Roberts, and this is my Romaniac story. So it's 7 a.m. Been down at breakfast already. We're not riding till like 10 every day. Meet at 9, but just getting up early to get ready for the 3:30 wake up call for race week. Making sure I don't get into a sleeping in routine. GPS ride today, 170 k's I think he said. Easy ride, but obviously 170 k's is 170 k's. So I'll go downstairs now, give them my GPSs and load them up, and then we'll be off in the Romanian mountains. It's Chris on his brand new Husky. He's got a smile on his face now.
A before and after picture.
Yeah. Okay, first little glitch for this mission. I've lost the pin for the second GPS. Mechanics are gonna go to the workshop today to see what they can do. Not a big problem. I blew the Moose out yesterday, so the boys fitted some new tyres and Moose, well not new but new old ones. Everything else felt good. Let's see how today goes. So here we are, 20 metres into a 170k ride. This bike wasn't going very well. I knew something was up. I didn't know if the clutch was spinning or the Moose was spinning, so straight back into the mechanics and see if they can fix this up. We need to ride. Yep, that is my bike, and that is the clutch. There's no more. Alright, so that was supposed to be in day 3 practice. Went down the street, clutch didn't feel good, it was over revving. Brought it back, they put a brand new clutch in there, took off, a couple of k's on the road, went into the forest. Yeah, couldn't even mono over the first pedal. Brought it all the way back, they took it apart heaps of times. I gave up, I just got changed, pretty frustrated. And I went back down after, and he said, oh yeah, it's all fixed now, it's all good. I asked what was the problem. He goes, oh, there's settings on the clutch with different depth spaces behind that puts more or less pressure on there. So I got a ride tomorrow, which I didn't want to. It's a quick half day warm-up ride. I think I just want to make sure the clutch is good, and then we do the street ride into the historic centre there, which would be pretty cool, and then nothing until early Tuesday where the prologue starts. Okay, that's me all registered up for Red Bull Romaniacs 2019. So much stuff going on. It took about an hour. It was pretty chaotic at the beginning, but not too bad. Alright, let's get ready. Okay, out riding again this morning, out and about near the famous Gustarita hill climb. Quick half day ride, test his clutch out. And some last minute crashing of course. We got a bit of a treat today when we got to the Gustarita Hill. We saw the factory KTM and Escavana boys messing about. Jarvis, Gomez, Billy, Taddy, Johnny, they were all there. Check out some footage. Dog, I just warming his bike up. How's the old fella gonna go this year?
He'll be right. So we have some silver clap. Please clap your hands for these awesome riders from the goal. Field grenade, of course, we have weight. You can pump it flat if you want. Yes. Settings on its suspension, proving that you can. Yeah.
Okay, so I've got my spare levers and spark plug for the race. I'll be tie wrapping them somewhere inside the bike tomorrow after the prologue. Obviously the tyres are old, so they're getting one of these on there. Brand new double green, super soft for the prologue at least, and then we'll see what happens for day one, depending on if it's raining or not. Drove that one yesterday. That's one there, damaged. Brand new one going in. So the bike's all good. Back to the mechanics now to get this thing ready for the prologue tomorrow. So I finally found my bike after a brief search. Got my mechanic Sean working on there.
Hey boys.
Alright, getting ready for the prologue tomorrow. We'll see what disasters this brings. See how my Sean works going for Sean tomorrow. It's 9 PM now, into the rider's brief, then bedtime. And for those of you guys who want some information about licensing for Romaniacs, don't go anywhere yet, it's coming right up. Alright, welcome to Gumby Tips for Romaniacs. Let's talk about licensing for the race. I've done heaps of research on it, so I thought I'd let you guys know what I found. So first of all, this is tailored towards Australians. You'll have to look up your own government websites, but this is how Australians get a license for Romaniacs. So there are two ways to get a license for Romaniacs. One is by the Romanian Federation, and one is by the International Federation, FIM or FRM. I'll take you through the FRM version, the Romanian license version first. Now all you need to do before you leave Australia for this type of license is to get a letter of no objection from Motorcycle Australia. You don't need to be a member of MA, you just need a letter off them like this to say they have no objection with you getting licensed overseas. The rest of it is done when you get the Cebu, and it'll cost you 170 Australian dollars. It is made up of a license fee, an insurance fee and a medical fee. Now I know some guys out there had the medical, apparently it was a bit of a joke. His blood pressure was high, they weren't worried about it. If you've got all your limbs, I don't think you could fail the medical. The only worry for me for this license was the insurance side of things. I couldn't find much about it apart from this off the FRM website, which is a letter advising of minimum cover that insurance companies have to provide with this license. So they don't even tell you what insurance company it is. So obviously this is an FRM license, so it's made for Romanians. It's made for Romanians racing in Romania, and it's made for Romanians racing overseas. They do talk about covering the cost of getting you back home, but obviously that's to Romania, it's not to anywhere else. So if you were going to go down the Romanian licensing path, I would look up the insurance in detail to make sure they'll give you assistance to get back home to Australia. I've sat next to a guy on a flight once who was on a stretcher, and he took up probably 20 seats. They actually hang the stretcher from the ceiling and it covers across the top of 20 seats, and he had nurses there looking after him. You can imagine how much that would cost, so look into it. Okay, let's talk about an international license, an FIM license. It's a bit of a longer road and it's more expensive. Let's go through it. So first of all, you have to join the local motorbike club. I joined my one, it was $40, they vary in price. It's all done online through RiderNet for me. Really easy, took a couple of minutes. Then you have to get a Motorcycle Australia domestic license. A senior national license cost me in Queensland $325. They do say it varies state by state. I don't suppose it very much. It's all done again on RiderNet. Really easy, online, takes a couple of minutes. Then you're covered for events like Wildwood Rock, Enduro and other stuff. And then after all that, you've got to go and print out the forms, and you've got to go to your doctor and get a medical. So all the information for your doctor's on the form, but you'll be doing eyesight test, urine test, blood pressure, pulse, movement tests, and if you're over 50, you need to do an exercise ECG as well. And you have to get a tick off your doctor to say he is prescribed with no illegal drugs. So in Australia, cocaine's quite hard to be prescribed, so you should be alright. So then you send this whole document off to Motorcycle Australia. It's very quick, they came back to me within a couple of days, and for $185 you will get a one event license to cover you for Romaniacs. So all up, this is $550. Now the differences with the FIM license and insurance is much more clear on the website. These are the two paragraphs from the MA website. It's very clear they will get you home to Australia if needed. They will provide assistance in Romania and get you home to Australia. So if you want to err on the side of caution, I would go with FIM license purely for the insurance. Anyway, this was obviously for Romaniacs 2019. Things will change. Do your own research, but it's just a tip to get you started. And that's today's vlog top tips.
Next time on a Gumby Does Romaniacs.
Prologue episode coming out next. How will this Gumby rider do on one of the most notorious prologue courses in the world? Stay tuned, subscribe, share, like, comment, more action, and I'll see you soon, team.